Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Third period of action here. Funkmaster Redux in white versus the Untouchables in green. That face-off will be stopped as Funk's goalie Jordan was not ready yet. So I believe they're going to put time back on the clock, which is the cause for the delay. And face-off is won by Funkmaster. Molly comes away with it, centering pass, but it goes to George, and he will cover it up. So early rush there by Funkmaster does not result in a goal, but they get a face-off for their efforts. Molly's able to keep it in, centering pass to Lindsay. Lindsay back to Molly. Laid in the corner now, it goes to John. John drops it back for Fabian. Fabian now moving with the puck. Fabian centering pass to John, swing and a miss, and the second swing went off the post, so no goal there. Fabian with the shot, deflected down by John, and there's going to be a cover and I believe a penalty here on John for the wheel. Yes, John will be assessed a wheeling penalty here. So that will be another power play opportunity in favor of Funkmaster Redux. They did not score on the penalty towards the end of the second period, but they hope to do so now. Fabian and Neil in the face-off circle for the respective teams. It's won by Neil to Emily. Emily with the shot. Saved by George. It's a wide open net for Mara, but Jessica Nayrod is able to poke the puck along the boards there. Shot by Keith. Oh, saved by George with Neil off the rebound. George's pad was down. I don't even think he saw it, but he kept his pad down as he should have, and it resulted in a save. Keith, another shot wide. Another shot by Keith. George just makes the save again. Keith, another shot. This time it's deflected to the corner. Emily Claire now with it. Centering pass, but it's stolen by Fabian. Fabian not able to clear the zone. Keith Ingram takes a spill there. And about the same spot Fabian did in the second. I wonder if there's a wet spot there. I'll have to see after the broadcast if maybe I can clean something up there. I do a lot of things in the DCHL, ladies and gentlemen. One of them is the play-by-play that I'm doing now. Long shot by Keith, the save by George. Another is scorekeeping. I score a lot of the games here for the DCHL. And the other is rink maintenance work. That's just a fancy way of saying that I take a push broom and I clean up the debris from the rink. So it's not anything fancy, but it is an essential part of my duties. Simon Cantor working around Natalie. He is held up briefly by Tom Van Haren, who tried to jump out of the way. No harm, no foul, though. Emily with the puck. Tried a centering pass, went to Fabian. Good aggressiveness by Neil. He forces Fabian behind the net. Fabian along the boards there. Is Simon able to keep it in? No, he is not. And offside is the call. Mara was not yet back on side. Emily laughing it off. It happens. Hockey is a very fast-paced game, and sometimes you see the puck, you get a little bit excited, and you're hoping for a rush that never comes. Nick, shot, goes wide. Dan Klein now with the puck. Shot that is steered aside by George into the corner. Another centering pass by Dan Klein. It goes to Molly. Molly not able to keep it in. Bouncing puck gets away from her. She is forced to dump it back to Simon and wait for the team to touch up. They do. Dan Klein now has it. Dan cannot get by Jessica Nayrod. Jess is able to clear it in the neutral zone. Simon back to Molly. Nick is able to tap it in. Ann Wisecarver now needs to make a play. She does. This time to Tway. Tway is able to ice it down. Icing is the call, which means that the Funkmaster penalty has expired. Normally there's a countdown, ladies and gentlemen. Normally I'm the one giving that countdown, but I can't do so from up here while I'm filming, so. And I believe we are a little short-staffed as well right now, so there may or may not be a dedicated score downstairs. Get out of the zone by UT. No icing here. So Jordan will stop the puck and play it up to Nick. Nick along the boards. Dumped in. Looks like Tway will get there first, however. He dumps it around both UT players, or both Funkmaster players rather. Tway dumps it deep, went off Tom Van Haren. Jess will dump it deep, no icing here. Nick Mosier. Kept in by Brian. None of his teammates can touch it though, otherwise it would have been ruled a hand pass, so Nick Mosier will take it up. Play along the boards. Kept in by Molly. Molly continuing to work with it, is finally out into the neutral zone. Simon Cantor advances it forward, but it goes to Ann Wisecover. Back and forth we go with the puck. Goes back to Ann. She plays it along the boards to Jess. Gets away from Jess though. Simon's able to poke it by her and get it out of the zone. There we go. Lindsay leaves it for her teammate. Lindsay has it again, battling against Ann. Lindsay continues to work with the puck here against Kevin now. Emily's able to keep it in, but Ann is able to get it out. Keith Ingram will hold up. Long shot, high over the net. I believe this will be icing against Keith as he was just past the center line. Yes, so it will be an icing and it will result in a face-off in Funkmaster's defensive zone. 8:35 left in the game, ladies and gentlemen. Face-off about to occur, blocker side. Won by UT, shot by John there. Goes to Natalie. Natalie will get it to John. John one-timer, but it went wide of the net. Good play, but does not result in a goal. Keith now, shot at center, saved by George. It goes back to Keith. Keith with another shot that goes wide. Another attempted shot goes behind the net, back to Keith Ingram. Keith battling for the puck there. Fabian is able to poke it aside, and John has a breakaway. Poked by Jordan, and it goes wide of the net. Jordan with the diving play, cutting off John's angle. John still had a chance to score, but his shot goes through the crease. Tough angle shot, but I'm sure he'd like to have one back anyway. Kept in by Funkmaster. Goes to Emily. Emily to Neil. Neil to Keith. Keith working against Ann. Keith Ingram, centering pass for Neil. Emily was there for a rebound as well, but not able to hammer it home. Dumped down. Jay Hunter will try to beat the icing. No icing here anyway, actually. The refs wave it off. They ruled that somebody had a plan. Neil Moser. Centering pass that is stopped by George. Still kept in. Neil not able to get a good swing on it, but he continues to play the puck. Stolen by Fabian. Fabian working with it now. Fabian centering pass. Fabian was offside. He's on now. Jay Hunter. Pass to Fabian, who's all alone. Wide open shot, but it goes well high and wide. Natalie's shot is deflected and goes to Neil. Deep into UT zone. 6.5 minutes left in the game. Jay Hunter. Pass to Fabian. Fabian all the way out, but it's to Simon. Simon to Dan. Dan will move with the puck now. Shot, well wide. Jay Hunter clears up the boards to Natalie. Natalie not able to clear it out. Nick shot behind the net. Jay to Natalie again. Natalie gets it around Nick, but it goes to Simon. Simon now will set up the play. Steered aside by John. It goes to Mara. It's still in the zone. Tway's able to get it out. It goes right to John. John cannot get by Simon. Simon tried to make a play. It was poked aside, but it's out of the zone. High in the sky. Funkmaster have to touch up. They do. Dump deep. Tway ices the puck. No penalty here as Funkmaster, or UT, sorry, are only up by 1 goal. In the DCHL, in the third period, if you ice the puck with a 2-goal or more lead, that is a delay of game penalty. But again, only a 1-goal lead here, so no penalty assessed. only an icing. And a face-off in the defensive zone for Untouchables. Timeout by Funkmaster, I believe. They will regroup and assess what they need to do to tie this game and hopefully win this game for them. But UT has played very well, and they have done all the right things so far in this contest. UT are discussing things as well. George will take a quick water break. Water breaks are essential, hydration essential for goalies in all those pads. We do have fans here at the Rockville Sportsplex, but they're only on the benches. They are not out there on the rink, so it can get quite hot as a goaltender, especially in the middle of summer as we currently are. Timeout over with. And the face-off will occur shortly. Ryan and Keith in the face-off circle for their respective teams. Won by Keith. Shot, quick shot, and no, it is just outside the net. Not much space given up by George, and the shot goes just wide. Natalie gets it by Simon. Kevin tried to make a play on the puck there. He's able to pinch Natalie. Backhand shot attempt. Good play there, though, by the Funks. Able to prevent a shot off that quality opportunity. Kevin is tripped up a little bit, but not enough for a penalty. Shot off the post. UT almost gets another goal there, but the iron saves Funk's goaltender in that situation. Keith with some deception there. He was calling for the puck even though Brian had it. Molly to Keith. Keith has to beat two UT defenders. Shot goes just wide the net. George wisely choosing to cover in that situation. Keith Ingram is one of the faster players in the DCHL, and he closed the gap between himself and the puck very, very quickly. Face-off circle, blocker side. Initially won by Keith, but play doesn't really get too far away from the face-off circle initially. Tway tries to clear it out. It goes to Simon. Simon, shot wide of the net. I believe that was deflected. Lindsay now to center. Goes to Molly. Molly up to Keith at the point. Shot deflected by Tway. Another shot attempt, again deflected and unable to be kept in, so Funkmaster will have to touch up. Good play there by Funks. Simon to Keith. Keith working with the puck. Cannot get it just back to Simon. Another shot attempt. This one is blocked by Ann. Oh, Lindsay there with a nice play, but the puck is still in the zone. UT has some trouble now clearing it out. Fabian Mueller will take it behind the net. Oh, good steal there by Molly. She tried to get it to the front of the net, but could not do so. Goes back to Keith. A couple stick lifts there, but not enough for a penalty. Trickles down, and both teams are preparing to get a change here. Quick pass up to Simon. Simon, long shot, saved by George. Way to John. John with some space, gets it to Fabian. Fabian with the shot attempt. It goes to John, swing and a miss, however. Simon will get it up to Keith, who's waiting along the boards. Bounced away from him, though, right to Tway. Emily, though, to Keith. Keith with a chance, shot, saved by George. Keith Ingram trying his patented move, take it behind the net, trying to get a shot off, but is poked aside by Fabian. Simon's able to keep it in, get it to Keith. Bouncing puck, however, is stolen by Jess and poked into the neutral zone. Fast and furious play here, ladies and gentlemen. Offside call. 1:58 left. Face off, right below us at the best seat in the house. Won by Fabian, back to Jay Hunter. Jay Hunter in the neutral zone. John working with the puck. He is tripped, but there will be a call here, I believe. Kevin raising his hand. I'm not sure if there is a penalty. Kevin has his hand raised, but yes, there it is. Kevin had his hand raised. It looked to me that Funkmaster had touched the puck anyway in the neutral zone, but Keith having some words with Kevin. Keith saw the same thing I did. Funkmaster had possession of the puck in the neutral zone, but no whistle came. Kevin finally called the whistle on the next possession that Funkmaster had, but that kills precious time on the clock. So these things happen again, ladies and gentlemen. It is a difficult game to referee, the game of hockey, and particularly for us in the DCHL, we only have 2 refs, so we don't have a linesman, so the referees have to do literally everything. They have to pay attention to the offsides, they have to pay attention to penalties, they have to keep shot counts occasionally. So that is why those mistakes happen. No icing here. It is a 1-goal game, ladies and gentlemen, so the clock will stop at every stoppage of play. Under a minute left, which it is now. Jay Hunter with the puck. Cleared up, but not out of the zone. Keith Ingram now with it. Funkmaster have pulled their goalie, so they have an extra man out there. It's only 5-on-5 for them, instead of the 6-on-5 they would have liked, but such is life. John with an attempted shot just wide of the net. It was deflected by Simon's stick. Otherwise, that was probably going to be an empty net goal. Intercepted by John. Another shot. Saved by Simon, who's playing the role of goaltender right now. Another shot by Fabian with the backhand, and this one finally does get by Simon in the closing seconds of the game. That'll make it 2-0 in favor of Untouchables, who have their first win in Pro Division this season. We'll get shots on goal for you shortly. 8-6 in favor of UT, so UT outshoot Funkmaster in that period, and they come away with a 2-0 victory. UT very elated to have their first pro win here in a very, very, very long time. Funkmaster will take the loss today, but not for a lack of trying, ladies and gentlemen. They played a very, very solid game. They were very aggressive. Fabian and John exchanging some words here. Fabian's apologizing for the shot he took earlier on the face-off, or on the offside call, I imagine. So good sportsmanship all around. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. This has been your broadcast again. Untouchables winning 2-0. I've been your host, Jason Stitcher. Thank you for joining me. Stick around. We have plenty more on the docket today. 2 more feature games. See you then.